If, for people who are watching on YouTube, Oak's Stevie Wondering it over there.
Oak's having a happy seizure all around his microphone. A happy seizure. What's going on, guys?
It's been months, probably.
It's been months. Months and months.
At least a month.
Yeah, at least. That's okay. We have lots to talk about now. Where should we start? The fact that my foster cats are sitting outside meowing at my door because they're monsters?
They got big.
They're totally big. They're now like, they look like, there's feral cats just like walking around my house.
At what point do they transition from your foster cats to just your cats?
I know. We're like never going to accept the fact that these are actually just our cats. Apparently they're getting adopted this weekend, but like we keep trying to push it back a week because we really very much like these cats. And we've realized that we're all cat ladies now, so that's cool.
They've gotten so big, though. I could have sworn in one of your Snapchats, Liz has become a Snapchat star.
Yeah.
I could have sworn I saw Mistophanes from the Broadway musical Cats just parading around your apartment.
Yeah, that's actually just our new roommate. That he wears like a cat suit, but there's also two cats.
The cat in the background.
I know, I know. Sorry.
No, it's fine. We love background music on this.
Maybe I should let them in so they can be part of the pod.
So is Snapchat on the trending up or trending down?
Trending down. I'm always getting on board things as they're on their way out, on their way down.
No, it's funny. It's trending up. You know what I was surprised? Liz, what you just said speaks perfectly to my experience with Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea Twitter was suffering the way that it is. I'm finally like, yes, I'm going to start
I'm like the Twitter queen now, and it's like about to fail.
Yeah, all these articles come out. Twitter failing. Only 300 million subscribers. They're trying everything to keep it going. And I'm like, what? I was just starting
I just got on board this. I just started tweeting like 6 months ago. I feel the exact same.
Twitter is the only medium where I will actually say anything.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'll post pictures on Instagram. I'll post Snapchats, which MGH friggin' loves.
Loves. Thank God she doesn't follow me on Snapchat.
Yeah. And Facebook, like, I'm pretty much a non-participant. Like, I don't know. The group of people that I'm like associated with, like, I don't even know who can see my Facebook page anymore. It's like totally out of control. So I don't really say anything. I'm just
I like tagging you in Facebook posts.
Oh, you are pretty active on Snapchat, I have to say.
I haven't been lately, but for a while I was posting a lot of toddler action on Snapchat.
That's a good forum for her.
It is, yes.
It's a very good forum for her.
Short video forum. But Twitter's the only thing where I will actually like express any kind of like opinion or sentiment about anything. You know why? Because nobody fucking sees it.
Right, it's gone in an instant. That's how I feel about Snapchat.
The black hole of the internet toilet.
Right.
But the user flow on Twitter always confused me. Because you go to someone's Twitter profile, right? First of all, if you follow a ton of people on Twitter, you're not going to scroll through. You're going to kind of just like pick and choose who you want to see what they've been talking about. Because like I follow like 400 people and I could care less about what 300 of them write about.
Yeah, you got to make lists.
Oh, see, that's my point. I don't know how to use Twitter because I'll go to someone's page and I'll see all this like shorthand text and then someone else's handle, and I realize you're having a conversation, and you click through and you're like, where does this conversation start? And like everything's just fucking hectic. So I just throw one-liners up there, hope that they stick. They don't, because I lose followers every day.
Me too.
My number always dwindles. I'm like, oh, wasn't I at 400? Oh, I'm at 396.
Yeah.
And I downloaded the app to see who could unfollow you. It hurts.
It hurts.
You're a great follow. That doesn't make any sense. You actually say funny stuff. You don't just like post spam like 90% of Twitter does, or retweet like some bogus nonsense.
Yeah, the other day, one of my former coworkers unfollowed me on Twitter, and then a minute later unfollowed me on Instagram. I'm like, what did I do?
You must have done something very offensive.
I probably did. I mean, that's my shtick, but like,
yeah,
I don't know how. It kind of hurt a little.
Well, maybe it's not about you. Maybe they're just having a bad day and like they were feeling resentful and they thought that your tweet was really funny and they hated you for it.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have any funny tweets. That's why I unfollow you all the time too, because it's like, oh fuck, that tweet was so much funnier than my tweet, so I unfollow you, and then I immediately refollow you because I want to see the next thing.
This person who I've never met wrote on my Facebook wall the other day, I could be having the dreariest, most woebegone day yet. Going on your page is Panacea?
Wow, and they have really good vocabulary.
Yeah, so my response was, you better stop using big words lest you choke on one of them.
Oh.
I had no idea what Panacea... I thought Panacea was like panache.
I thought it was like a type of fudge.
It means like a cure-all. Like a cure of everything.
Which fudge also does.
Any further in this podcast, loyal friend of the pod. She sends me a text message every time she listens to one or she does a marathon listening when she catches up. Maria Ann Marasco. Today's her birthday. So
happy birthday, Maria Marasco!
We love you. Thank you for listening. Loyal supporter of the pod since before we started it. Mm-hmm. I remember when she and I worked together, I told her, because she'd come from Sirius and she had been part of the team that brought Howard Stern there. And I was like, I want to get into radio. And she goes, do you think someone's going to be like, hey, you seem like a nice person, here's a radio show?
Yeah.
And then before she left to move down to Folly Beach, South Carolina, she said, get your ass together, start doing a podcast. And we're in our third year of podcasting.
Third year, 196th episode.
We are limping toward
I'm in a wheel.
We've had hundreds of guests, thousands of followers, a fair amount of scandal associated with the name coming in sideways. Fair amount of scandal. Maria Marasco, happy birthday. You're so beautiful.
We love you.
I always remember looking at Maria Marasco and being like, she's too pretty to work here. When we all worked together, I was like, she's too pretty. She's too pretty to have a job.
She was a little hottie.
Mm-hmm. She posted to TBT the other day, too. I was like, models!
Seriously, you just reminded me that we have been doing this for over 2 years now. We started.
Is it? Yeah, that's right. We started in January.
No, we officially started early winter of that year. So we started in December of 2013. We had a couple. Our first ones on iTunes are up in January.
Okay.
We had recorded a couple of throwaway ones because we decided that only our first two would be throwaways instead of our first 2 years.
It should really be our first 2 years.
Yeah, these first two, like when you're making pancakes. These first two are for the dog.
Right. And then as you make more pancakes, you're like, wait, all of those pancakes fucking suck.
Speaking of getting better at this, I think the mic might be a little close to you.
Oh.
Your audio's a little bit hot.
You're coming in hot.
Well, can you hear that cat?
Yeah.
Byram, does Bean sound loud to you?
Yeah, loud and gravelly.
Oh, gravelly.
Do I sound loud and gravelly?
No, you always sound like so fucking good.
Hey. Is that better?
That's better.
Okay, I'm just gonna talk more quietly, I think. That's how I solve. That's how I solve technology problems.
When you reach the peak, your crescendo,
right?
That you're not,
shattering eardrums. Matt Broderick doesn't have to pull his headphones out of his ears at his desk at work.
He's in jury duty for the next 3 months.
Oh, really?
He got selected for grand jury.
Of course he did.
Hopefully he's listening to us in the jury room.
Yeah.
He actually, we've bonded over Making a Murderer, the Netflix series, and he messaged me the other day and he said, if you guys do a podcast this week, I hope you're all watching it so that you can discuss it, because I would love to listen to it.
I haven't watched it yet. I keep seeing it on Netflix and wanting to do it, but I just don't have the time.
I need to take a vacation to watch television so I can become a part of this fucking society. I have no idea what's going on with anything.
I'm always on the outside of these trends, and I always think that it's going to be too much work to get into it, when literally all I had to do was put my TV on and watch it. And I thought it was one episode, so I sat there and I watched it. And because I'll give you guys the basic premise. A guy gets convicted of a crime, gets sent away for 18 years. They clear him with DNA evidence. And then he gets, a couple years later, gets accused of a bigger crime and is thrown away in jail. And then it's all about the trial to put him away and whether or not it was just. I didn't realize it was a series. I thought it was like a documentary. It would be one episode. So I watched that first one and I was like, as it's ending, I was like, this is pretty long. It was like an hour. Then I go to see, and I see that there's 9 more episodes after it. And I was like, I'm never going to get around to doing this. But seeing so many people post about it, I was like, I have to. Once you get into the second episode, they all kind of just like flow really easily, and it picks up. Once it gets into the bigger crime, right? And there's so many fucking things that make you so angry watching this because there's so much error in the investigation, and the trial is just like so BS, and the depositions and stuff. So you're watching it, and you just like want to watch more because you just it becomes addictive, so it will fly by. But I know it's daunting to be like, fuck, everyone's watching this. I'm not a binge watcher. Like I've never been someone who's like, oh, House of Cards season 3 came out, I'm gonna stay in tonight and watch it. I can't do that. I could watch the same episode of Chopped 4 or 5 times throughout the weekend, but I cannot binge watch a show.
That's how I am with NCIS. I'm like, I just don't have time to watch all these television shows, and yet I somehow manage to watch like 3 to 4 hours of NCIS a week. Like
that's LL Cool J's in it.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's just the original NCIS. I don't fucking watch NCIS LA, Byram. Come on.
I don't know any of those. There's so many.
There's NCIS New Orleans. There's Las Vegas. I think New Orleans only lasted 1 episode, actually.
Oh.
I gotta say, actually, I did watch the first season of The Man in the High Castle.
Oh yeah, how's that?
Which is a Amazon series that posits. Well, actually, it's based on an Philip K. Dick book. I almost said Andy Dick. A Philip K. Dick book that is set in a 1960s America where the Nazis and the Japanese won World War II. So
wow.
The U.S. is occupied on the eastern side by the Nazis and on the west coast by the Japanese, and it's really good.
Oh,
very tense, very interesting.
How many seasons?
Makes you really glad we won that war.
Yeah.
How many?
Let's hold on 1 sec.
Just 1 season right now is in existence. Oh. So, but I think they'll make more. I think it was pretty popular. Do you remember there was that like kerfuffle about the ads for this show that were on the New York subway, and they were like Nazi flags?
No.
Yeah. So there was a big to-do because they in advertising for the show. The ad material was like a bunch of like Nazi stuff. It was like SS uniforms and like Nazi flags and stuff. And
look who showed up! Jocelyn Wildenstein, New York City's famous cat lady.
Here she is.
You know what's funny? I was talking to my brothers about Making a Murderer, and my brothers had watched Narcos instead, which is a Netflix series about Pablo Escobar.
That's really good.
So I knew enough about Pablo Escobar, but I'd never really dug into his story or what made him famous, right? That guy made $60 million a day.
Wow.
$60 million a day. He was one of the richest men in the world back in his day.
That's like Kim Kardashian.
I mean, he was bringing in $22 billion a year. There was some kind of stat where he spent, I think, $1,000 a month on rubber bands to wrap his cash. $1,000 on rubber bands.
So would you rather have your kids like spending their money on like Bolivian shale or Kardashian emojis?
Ooh, good question. I would hope they would diversify their portfolios and purchase some of both.
Fair enough.
You know.
What's shale?
That's Bolivian shale is like a description for cocaine.
Oh, definitely cocaine.
This comes from the same man who's always telling his daughter to take a toot of her applesauce. I'm like, oh, that's a drug phrase. You can't tell your daughter to take toots of things.
My daughter, who
toot of yogurt.
really likes to spin around in circles until she gets dizzy.
She's a spinner. Yeah.
Leah emerged into a toddler out of nowhere. I saw a recent photo of her, and she's like an adult now. She doesn't have like baby face anymore. She's like straight up like, it's crazy.
You gotta see it when she does the thing. She'll look you right in the eyes, point at you, wag her finger, go, no, 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 no. All the time. She'll turn around, stare at me. No, 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 no.
Wait, someone record. How do we record Oak doing what he just did right there?
No.
I'll get a Snapchat of her scolding me.
I really want to see that.
She's got teeth and stuff. She doesn't even have like baby teeth. She's an adult.
No, she's got a bunch of teeth and she's rocking it.
Yeah, just got to work on the hair situation.
She's running wild in daycare. But even her hair is like growing out in like wild tufts in different directions.
Oh my god, she's so funny.
Yeah, she's clowning. Still poops in her pants though.
She will be doing that for a little while. I know we all do. The best happens to the best of us.
She's gotten wise to it now, though. You can tell like there's a quizzical look on her face, and she'll start reaching around, and be like, "What's going on back there?" There's poop in there.
That's warm. That's warm.
I tried to just have her sit on the toilet, just like to see for fun. No interest at all.
Oh no!
Sheer terror.
You know what I didn't realize? I haven't changed a diaper in a long time. Even with my niece, she's 3 years old. I never changed one of her diapers. I was having lunch with some friends right before Christmas, and one of them has a 1-year-old. And he had been sitting in a high chair the entire time we had lunch. And then we left lunch to go to the garage so she could get in her car because it was his nap time or whatever. And she goes, "Oh man, I think he like shat himself pretty badly."
Rooster tail.
So she's like, "I'm gonna have to change his diaper." And while they're getting the car, there's a little bench in the garage for people to wait and sit. So she's like, "I'm gonna just change him here. Can you help me block him?" So I block him. She takes off his diaper. And even though he'd been sitting in it, it was a clean pile in his diaper. And it wasn't like smashed up against his butt or anything. How does that happen?
Wait, how does it maintain its firm consistency?
Yeah. Like, how does it not, like, spread against your butt cheeks and stuff?
Well, the diaper's like kind of a sack, right? Like, so it sort of hangs down. So if you don't sit right on the poop, like, it can be okay. It'll just be like a nugget right in there.
I was shocked by that. I was like, I haven't shat myself in probably 20 years. And that's right, I'm 33 years old.
Right. I mean, you don't have a handy pouch for your poops to just drop into.
I don't have an ass, though, so all of my pants and underwear sag at the back.
All right.
So you think you would have that pouch that babies get, which actually comes into the front?
Yeah.
There's like a little hidey spot in the front where your poops could maintain their integrity?
Yeah, and it just like spreads.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe I should look into diapers.
You know who has really gross poops?
Who?
This cat. This disgusting cat. And they always wait until we get home before they take the big shits. I think it's because they like know we're home, so we're going to clean out their litter box. But I'll walk in the door, they'll like come and greet me at the front door, and then immediately run into the litter box and just fucking shit while like looking at me, and they'll both be like shitting in the litter box, and then they'll look at me, and there'll be this like human-sized steamer just like sitting in the litter box, and I have to like leave the house. It smells so bad. That's why they haven't been adopted yet, is because they're like sick, and you can tell they're sick because their fucking shit smell like dead people. It's really gross.
I mean, I think the most gangster thing you can do is take a shit while maintaining
eye contact. Yeah, exactly. And most of us have to do it through the crack in like the stall, but these cats get to do it just like straight from the open, so it's pretty chill.
It's pretty awesome.
It brings up a good point though, Liz. As you've been doing more and more performance stuff, have you had dreams that kind of unmask the vulnerability of doing live performances? Like, let me qualify that by saying, as I've been doing more performance stuff, I have reoccurring dreams where I'm like vulnerable and exposed. And I had one where I was on like a Greyhound bus traveling, and my seat was like a toilet because there wasn't a bathroom. And I'm using the bathroom, and then I'm on the bus, and I'm realizing that everyone around me is not using the bathroom. And I was like, oh fuck, people are gonna, like I'm kind of naked and in the middle of this bus. And I've figured it's because I've been making myself more vulnerable, like doing shows and stuff. Have you had any of those?
I actually have less of those type of dreams since I started doing stand-up comedy. Like, I used to always have a dream where I would be lying in my bed, and there would just be like 3 people, like people I didn't really know, but they were like the idea of somebody, but there would just be like 3 people sitting at the foot of my bed just like looking at me, laying in bed. I used to have those dreams all the time when I was younger. I don't really have them anymore. This cat is knocking my computer off the bed. But
now you wake up and there's just 2 giant leopards.
Giant fucking leopards threatening to take steamer dumps on my face. You're so gross, cats. I don't really have dreams anymore. I don't remember any of my dreams.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I have some dreams. A lot of them are bad.
A lot of my dreams are just stuff that I do in my day-to-day life. I'll just like have a dream that I'm like getting out of bed and I like brush my teeth and take a shower and go to work. That's like my dream. It's really weird.
That's not a bad dream.
I know.
You know what's interesting? Over the holidays, not having to wake up with an alarm and stuff, just like sleeping till whenever. My cycles were just all thrown off. So like I started work this week and like having to get up and use the bathroom. Like I'm not ready to use the bathroom during the morning when I wake up for work because I'm on holidays. I'm like usually going around like 10 a.m. So it completely fucks me up. And then even my sleep cycles, like it's been harder to wake up because I've been having my alarms been waking me up in the middle of dreams this week. And when you're dreaming, I guess you're in deeper sleep. And
oh my god!
Like I've been having such a hard time getting up these mornings, and pooping.
Oh yeah. What time? What's your usual poop cycle when you're just at home? What time do you usually poop at first? You're supposed to poop an hour after you wake up.
Like 10:30, which is probably like an hour after I wake up on
That's
weekends
good.
and stuff.
That's
yeah.
good, healthy.
But you know what's funny? Last night, because I've been feeling like I haven't been going regularly. As I was watching TV last night, I was like force feeding myself because I was like, if I eat so much tonight, tomorrow morning I'll have to go, and I really didn't have to go this morning.
Dude,
Yeah.
The only thing for it is coffee.
I'm having a big ass coffee. I even had coffee last night. But
If that doesn't work, you know what else works? A big
Cigarettes.
fat dip.
Yeah.
In a
Ooh.
skull and just pop it a big lipper, and that shit'll fucking go right through it.
I definitely thought you said a big fat dick first, and I was like, that would also work. But it's just summon the poop.
You gotta turn your mic down. I just got blasted with the dick.
Can that be our podcast name? Get blasted with dick.
Blasted with dick.
I think.
Smoking used to.
Yeah,
be like
same
a
thing.
basic
Anything with
lifestyle.
nicotine.
Yeah.
Wait, Bean, let me hear you talk.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
better.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
I keep trying to adjust the volume, but I thought the volume only pertained to what I can hear.
No, so there's two volumes, right? So there's like the volume in front with the red button,
Yeah,
and then there's a volume in back.
which is the gain.
The gain, yeah, that's what you want, the gain.
I just turned my gain all the way down. It's off. My gain's off.
Okay. Push the microphone like as far away from yourself as you can. Just as far away.
Clean off my bedside table.
Nobody's
here.
listening to this.
I know, exactly. All right, now.
Okay, that's quieter. So what setting do you have it on?
It's on the lima bean.
Lima bean. Your gain is
Off.
all the way
Maybe
down.
Maybe it's all the way up. Hold on. What about now?
That's louder.
Okay. No, okay, the gain's all the way up. Okay, just the gain's off.
Okay. All right, I think you're good.
All right. Let's stop exclaiming.
No, don't stop exclaiming. That's what I want. As the technical producer of this pod, I want your exclamations to come through to the listener in a buttery and delightful way.
Buttery.
Buttery and delightful. All right, we'll work towards that goal of buttery delight.
When are you going to get that cat disease that makes you crazy?
Oh, I have it.
Oh,
I have it. Yeah, it's called Toxoplasmosis gondii. Yeah. And it is. It's called Gandhi. And actually, no, I don't think I have it because it's in the way it manifests itself in men is it makes them really bad dressers, so like a placebo. And for women, it makes you more socially outgoing and more likely to like spend money on expensive clothing. It's like has all these like weird symptoms. And none of those things have happened with me, so I think I might be immune.
All right, we'll keep huffing cats until.
Oh well, yeah. But really, the thing is, it's the proximity to their litter box. That's what it is. That's where you get it from. And so I never really clean out the litter boxes. Jen and Lindsay do all that, so I think that's why.
And they're out right now buying fur coats and gondolas.
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing. Like 16 packages arrive every day. I'm like, oh, you guys have got the Gandhi. Got the Gandhi indeed. But I think it would be great to become more socially outgoing. So I kind of like sit around smelling the litter box sometimes. But it's not really working yet.
So have you guys been following any of the politics that's been going on?
Sort of.
I know we don't usually talk about it, and I brought it up the last couple episodes. Like, I don't know. So let me back up a little bit. I definitely went through a phase where I was like, this is all bullshit, and I want to like tune it out and just fuck it, I don't care. I'm not gonna vote. Everyone's an asshole. But then I had a kid, and I was like, do I want to raise Leah to be like, fuck it, I can't do anything. Like, I'm helpless. Yeah, things are gonna be what they're gonna be, and everyone's an asshole. No, I don't. I want her to like feel like she's got some, she is a part of the American democracy. So I've been trying to pay a little more attention, not that much, but.
What are we still? So this whole Donald Trump thing is really throwing me off. Like, I really thought he was just like a joke. And,
yeah, I think we all did.
But now, and I think somebody take all my learnings from memes, but somebody like put some meme up about like everyone thought Hitler was a joke too, and like something like that. I don't know. It's just like I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to think.
A more appropriate meme, I think, is everyone thought Ronald Reagan was a joke.
Right.
It's like you're not going to get like a movie actor that's going to be president. That's crazy.
Right.
He wasn't. He got elected. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched the Republican debate, and like, I guess it's hard to know enough about these guys to like make it great.
That's what's so sketchy, though. It's hard to know enough about the political candidates that we're supposed to fucking vote for.
Yeah, I mean, you can sort of know enough. It is darkness.
I have to activate.
Oh man.
But there were some other guys who said some smart stuff, including like Jeb Bush. Actually, didn't sound that. Like, I don't know. For some reason, and of course, this is my ignorance associating the name Jeb Bush with like total ignorance, but like he sounded reasonable. He's not gonna win.
No,
because he spent the whole time like saying, "Wait a minute, are you guys serious about Trump? This guy's for real? Like, are you kidding me?"
Right.
Like, he was a lot of his participation in the debate was like, "You can't like, what are you even talking about? You can't do any of this stuff." Like,
you're just sitting here wasting airtime.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Like, I can't really ever imagine myself voting for any of the Republican candidates, but
no.
Maybe as we'll learn more. And I'm not like a member of a party, so I wouldn't vote in like the primary for Democrats or Republicans. And I feel like the Democrats are just going to make Hillary win.
Yeah, definitely.
I haven't been following anything. I kind of I don't know. I just haven't really gotten into it. But the one thing that I picked up from the last debate, which I really resonated with me, was Hillary Clinton getting there late because she had to go take a shit.
Yeah.
I was like, that is something that would happen to me. You can be.
That's a serious fucking power move. You show up late to the fucking presidential debate because you're pooping.
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch showed up late to a playoff game last year because he was pooping.
Power move. Total power move. That's badass.
It made me think because I remember once I was getting ready to go to a meeting. It was like just like it is now, a few minutes to the hour, and the meeting was going to start, and I had to take a shit, and I was like, what do I tell people? Like, I'm going to the bathroom now, but this is when it hit me. And I get to the meeting like 5-10 minutes late, and I didn't even address it. But I was like, there's got to be things that happen. Like, not everyone can go when they need to. Sometimes they go when they have to, So that would totally be me. Like, I would be I'd be a doctor about to perform surgery, and I'd be like, I know that he's prepped and open, but I got to go.
Well, it's better than sitting there having to poop while you're doing surgery. If I was on the table, I would rather have my doctor take poop than have to poop. I don't want him to be distracted.
Yeah, it's like you never want to take a pool shot when you have to pee.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, same thing. You never want to like perform surgery when you have to poop.
Right, you never want to get deployed to Afghanistan when you have to poop.
But you also don't want to like scrub in poop and then operate.
Right. I mean, I think scrubbing in should be always after pooping, as a rule, like as a life rule.
It's like, have you ever been in the shower and you realize you really have to poop, and you're like, what a fucking vexatious situation.
Yep.
That happened to me last week, and it was funny because I kind of had to go, but I didn't really want to because I was like in a rush, and I was like, I think I'd be fine not going. And I'm like getting into the shower, and just my legs are wet, and I'm like, it's not too late to turn around. Like, your legs are wet right now. You can still do this. And no, I got my full body wet, started to lather, and then I was like, man, now I really have to go.
How could we solve this problem through technology? I feel like this is the kind of thing that people would
you
really
could just shit through the drain.
No, you know what?
want. What, just stomp on it?
Or what about even more preventatively, or I don't know what word I was trying to say. But, what if you had some sort of sensor that would tell you, because technology is better than humans, what if you had some sort of sensor that was telling you that your poop levels were getting high, so that you would know before you even got in the shower that your poop levels are high?
Because love that.
Getting into the hot shower always triggers you need to poop. Like, you always have to poop when you're hot. So if you had some sort of sensor that could tell you before you even get in the shower.
You know, what might even be easier than that is just like a suction cup sign that you put in your bathroom.
Don't forget to poop. With a picture of a cat like hanging out to a branch. Don't forget to poop, because it's also like a hopeful sign, but also like, don't forget to poop, you know?
I'm tweeting that out right now.
I like that idea. Bringing everything back to our cats, because I am now a cat lady, we are realizing that because these cats are orphans, they didn't like really learn a lot of the stuff that like normal cats know, so they don't know when to clean themselves. So these cats they poop, and then they like go and sit on things, and then later on, like after they've it's like uncomfortable or something, or that their timing is fucked up, then they'll fucking clean their butts off. But now the timing's all fucked up, so they just like sit on everything, and there's little like poop stamps. This is Jen Savage was talking about this. Like, no, there's little like cat poop stamps like on all of our stuff. Right. You don't ever have to come over to our house ever again. We're burning the place down after these cats.
Wait, how do cats typically clean themselves after pooping?
They lick their butts.
That's how they clean the poop off their butt?
Fuck yes, they lick their butts. But cats.
Why do everyone say cats are so clean?
Because there's like there's an enzyme inside their mouths that like cleans off the poop, I think. Or that's what they tell us, so that we allow these things to be domesticated still. But hi Bob. Ooh.
Oh my god.
I know, it's gross.
I'm really nervous about cats now.
They're really gross. But not as gross as like dogs eat poop, dogs eat barf. Bear used to eat dead deer meat.
Yeah, dead deer meat is somehow a little bit less disturbing than...
Humans drink Coca-Cola. That's probably grosser than licking your own butt.
That's fair.
Coca-Cola at least kills everything it touches.
So does poop.
No, poop is bacteria. Coke is like the antibacterial.
I guess that's
Coke
true.
is like dial soap that you drink.
It's true.
It takes rust off of a nail. It'll destroy your
All
stomach.
the enamel off your teeth.
Yeah.
I'm proposing
but at least,
a epic tweet.
Oh, nice.
At least dogs, when they poop, it's like their anus comes out, and then it comes back in after the shit comes out.
How do you know that?
Because that's how when they poop, it like the inside of their butt kind of opens and lets stuff out, and then it closes back up.
But what I want to know is, how do you know that? From close inspection? Because I've asked who.
Well, because my colleague has 2 dogs, and he's like very OCD. He said that like him and his wife don't wear shoes in their apartment and stuff. But I'm like, you have 2 dogs that you walk to and from work every day, and
right.
They're stepping everywhere. They shit, and then they get on your furniture. He's like, I know. He's like, it grosses me out. I have to not think about it. And I'm like, yeah, but literally your dog will shit on your way home, and then they'll get on the couch with you. And he's like, well, their buttholes are... the butthole that's exposed when they're not pooping is different than when they do poop. It kind of like it opens up a little bit.
Whoa.
I don't know.
I think that's probably true of cats, too.
So why are they leaving fucking Hershey's Kisses all over your furniture?
Because they're fucking fucked up orphans. I feel bad for them.
Oh, wow. Sideways the Pod tweeted for the first time in 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
Who's our social media manager?
I don't know. They must have just gotten back from vacation.
So I'm gonna take a poll out there. I'm gonna ask anyone who is listening to this podcast, will you please tweet at us?
Please.
And we'll see how many people are actually listening.
Anybody. We had 1 viewer at one point, but then they signed off. I'm sure they're gonna respond no to this video, just like they always do.
So even tweet like I hate you or shut up.
Stop doing this. Give it up.
Never stop. But
you guys are sad. You guys make me sad. I think somebody should tweet that at us.
Yeah.
Leah? Did you say Leah?
I said sad.
Sad. You guys make me sad.
So sad.
Got a big.
So, how about some picks?
Yeah, let's do picks.
Ooh.
I got a pick.
Okay, go.
So this is something it's not even a cop-out pick, even though it's really going to seem like it, but this is something I rediscovered the joy of, and it's really, like, added a lot to my life and, like, my desk. Fucking Post-it notes. I had sort of lost track of these. Like, wasn't really using them, didn't have them, and I just found some in the cabinet the other day, and they're fucking incredibly useful. So if you've gone away from using Post-it notes in your life because you think you're too smart or you're too digital or whatever, try them out. You know, pretty fucking handy. Great for taking notes, great for sticking onto things.
Can I ask you, this pad that you have in your hand right now, is it the accordion style or is it the standard?
Oh, no, the accordion style. Are you kidding me?
I hate those.
Dude, those should be fucking illegal.
Those are the worst.
No, I have a regular pad, like a regular Post-it note, and then one of these, like ones that Amy got from work that has, like, some kind of weird, like, drug on it.
Juzo? That's a prescription for something? What is Juzo?
That's actually a prescription pad. So
yeah, you can write out all sorts of prescriptions for Juzo.
Sweet. I'm going to write myself a prescription for some Adderall or something.
Nice. I totally need it.
Yeah, so that's one of my picks. My other pick is and I've mentioned this one before, Dan Carlin's podcast, Common Sense. There was a new episode that just came out this morning, and it's about the political parties and sort of their role in the election and how we sort of assume that the two political parties are part of our, like, political system, but they're not. They're really, like, private entities that have made themselves very important, and how they control our fate to a large extent, and it's sort of creepy. So check it out. Hardcore History. I'm sorry, Common Sense. Hardcore History is awesome too.
I thought you said parkour history, and I was getting into parkour. That's my pick of the week.
Oh yeah, you'd be really good at parkour.
Oh, also another podcast I just discovered, which is this guy Jocko Willink, who's like an author and like he's like a business author or whatever, and it used to be a Navy SEAL or whatever, and it's just he has a really good podcast, goes into like history, leadership, psychology, that kind of stuff. It's just called the Jocko Podcast. There's only been like 4 episodes, but it's good.
Cool.
My pick of the week is the undying and unwavering support of Liz Hall, who tells me I'd be good at anything. She just said that I'd be good at parkour.
You'd be so good at parkour.
Thanks. I'm going to try it.
My support is undying.
I'm running a leap out of my office window and jump out.
You're gonna be so good. And even if it doesn't seem like you're good, okay? Even if you feel like you don't look good or you injure yourself, you're good at it, Byron. You're good at it. Everything you do. I know, it's true.
It's like really great.
And then,
when you do
and whenever you do it, you have to go squee! You have to go squee! Every move, you have to make it sound.
If I don't, the sound of my vagina rubbing against the cars will definitely make that sound.
Yeah, that's exactly the sound it makes.
I'm not going to be discouraging of your parkour dreams, Byron, but don't quit your day job.
My day job is parkour, which is a problem.
That is the problem. What's my pick?
Speaking of parkour, I have a pick of the week related to parkour. Believe it or not. How good is this segue? Parkour plays a huge part, not a huge part, but a significant part in one episode, the storyline of one episode of Broad City, which I binge watched over Christmas. Broad City is a fucking funny show.
Yeah.
For a long time, people have told me you should watch it. It's so funny, you would love it. And of course, I'm just like, I'll get around to it. Thanks to a friend of the pod, Jen Savage, who just, as she overfloweth with gifts every day.
Every day.
She's like, here's my password for Hulu. So I logged in, binge watch it. It is fucking funny. The 3rd season starts in a couple of weeks, and they got renewed for another 2. So for the next 3 seasons, you'll be able to watch Broad City. Highly recommend it.
Good pick. That's another thing. I need to like take a vacation and watch Broad City.
So you haven't seen it?
Never.
Oh, Liz, you and I need to create a Broad City show.
I know.
So I have a question for you guys. Are you guys still cable subscribers?
Yeah.
Yes.
You haven't done the cord cutting thing yet?
No.
Do they even let you? I feel like that's how the government tracks you, is by your cable subscription. Would they even let you not have
They track
cable?
it through the internet.
Oh, okay.
But I've been considering the idea of just going with like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, whatever. And the only thing that's like holding me back is kind of sports, but really just football. And football season's ending, so
And
I don't know.
you have Red Zone, or is that just Mom?
Well, that's cable, so
Oh, okay.
we would have to
Okay.
maintain cable to do that.
Yeah, that's tricky. I mean, I keep it just because everything's in an all-in-one package for me, so it's my internet and cable. And when I do watch TV, it's primarily for like live events. So that's what's tricky. But I could totally understand cutting it because that shit's expensive as fuck, and I don't really need it. But I highly doubt that in the next year or so I'll be able to cut ties with it.
I might try
But
to do
also,
it.
I've been thinking about like canceling fucking Netflix because, with the exception of these series that come out and I like binge watch, I use my Netflix account maybe like 4 days a year. Every other time I put it on, can't find anything I want to watch.
Yeah,
'Cause they're
totally.
all,
How
like,
much time do you
fucking
spend scrolling through Netflix things that you have no interest in?
Good like 30 minutes every time I turn on.
And then end up not watching anything and just going to bed.
Yeah, there's so many like Kate Hudson rom-coms that like came out in 2005. That's all Netflix is.
Right, or like 1-star like science fiction movies that no one will ever watch.
And like really terrible comedy specials. Netflix is lousy with terrible comedy specials.
Horrible. Did you see
When are you gonna have a terrible comedy special on Netflix?
Tonight at the Cutting Room. It's called The Terrible Comedy Special. Doors at 8:30. This whole terrible comedy special.
Hey, who's taking video for you guys?
I think they did get somebody that's taking videos. Tonight's show is being recorded.
I mean, I'm happy to like put some things together for you. I don't know if you're gonna do it as a group or if you guys ever need any editing,
You should 100% edit whatever tonight's video is just so you see Liz, because no offense to anyone else on the lineup, but funny enough, over the holidays we were watching some Netflix comedy special that had Amy Schumer and a couple of other female comedians. And Amy Schumer was so good, and the other comedians were not. I mean, like, it was such a fucking boring show. They were the anti-funnies. And my brother was watching with us, and I was like, this is like when I go to Liz's shows. Because everyone is so not funny, and then Liz goes on there, and I'm just like, there's one person doing the show. So if you do get your hands on tonight's footage, just basically delete everyone. Alt-delete everyone else, and then just have Liz headlining it.
Ben, I would say, just in general, try to get copies of all that stuff.
Yeah, and I really think we need to redo. I need to redo the website because I want to have clips up on there, instead of like full length sets.
Okay.
But that's something it's one of my New Year's resolutions, which I said I wasn't going to make, but I made one.
What you do is to spend some time on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, exactly. And I need to pull out like clips. Yeah. I did make the horrible mistake last night of listening to a comedy performance. I had a set on Wednesday night, which I got off stage and I felt like, I was like, that was good. That's the set I'm going to do on Friday. Like, it's going to be awesome. And then I listened to it last night and I was just like lying awake in my bed with my eyes open, staring at the ceiling. Like, I am bad at comedy. I am not a good stand-up comedian.
I don't think I've heard interviews with comedians, and there are a lot of people who don't ever listen to their stuff because they feel that way.
Oh.
And there are other ones who use it like that's how you sort of sharpen your tool. Is you sit there and you go, "Holy fuck, I suck," but you find the things that because the stuff that really bothers you, most people don't hear, right?
Yeah.
Like there are certain like timing and inflection things that like make you want to die.
Yeah.
Nobody else notices it, but like. Yeah, listening to that and being able to like use that, like how do I work on those things that really kill me, and that's like the detail stuff that makes you better.
Yeah, I listened to it last night because I was like, I want to find the things that sounded really good, and I'm gonna punch those up for Friday night. And I listened to the whole fucking thing last night, and I was like, nothing. There was nothing really good. So now I woke up at like 6:30 this morning and was like, I have to redo my entire fucking set. So I don't know what I'm gonna do tonight.
Awesome.
Yeah,
good.
We'll
Makes you better.
Yeah, exactly. And what if I eat shit? I eat shit. That's fine. Who cares? Every day's a new day. I sort of feel about my stand-up comedy career the way I feel about this podcast. Just gonna throw away the first 2 years of the entire thing and start over completely.
Do we want to kind of have an off-site management meeting where we kind of rebrand and think about what this next year holds for us in podcast terms?
I think it's worth thinking about.
Yeah,
We
totally.
could have like an off-site in New Jersey. We'll go to like a Panera
Yeah.
storyboard.
We'll have to bring the executive producer, though. She's pretty hard to schedule.
Oh no, she's not. There's no remote there.
She's not going to allow. She's not going to allow the meeting to happen if she's not present.
Well, they're gonna be a metal detector outside Panera, and then her satchel of
Her full diaper of remotes.
We don't want someone who's known for pointing and saying no, no, no.
That's exactly what we want. We need someone to seriously edit us, and if she just says no to everything,
No. She's like fucking Dikembe Mutombo.
Yeah, not today.
One of my former colleagues from the Daily Beast, she's starting this like summit. She's calling it the Brass Ring Summit. She's having it at her apartment. She invited, I would say, like 15 to 20 creative people that she knows. The goal of next Wednesday's summit for 3 hours is everyone is going to show up with ideas of stuff that they ultimately would like to do and share the ideas. And she literally said she's going to have a dry erase board. People should bring clippings from magazines, literally, and break off into groups and think about like projects they could work on together. I was like, that's fucking cool that you started this, but I can't imagine it leading to anything in the immediate future. I feel like we're all going to have to move into that apartment for like 3 weeks and fucking like a Big Brother episode.
You lost me at breaking into groups. I fucking hate breaking into groups. Anytime I'm like at anything and somebody tells me to break off into group, I'm like, go fuck yourself, I'm leaving. I hate that shit. I hate working with partners. I hate doing no, fuck that.
That would be a great September 11th story.
My experience with breaking into groups is, so I'm going to do a shitload of work and all of us are going to get A's.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was you. I was the one who's like, I'll put it all in a nice binder at the end.
Right. I'll go buy the poster board.
On September 11th, my philosophy teacher asked us to break into groups, so we all did. And the point of the group was to discuss like the occurrences of the morning. And so one kid started, and I went to a big Irish Catholic school, and I was the last person to speak, but everyone who went before me was like super anti-Islam. And then when I spoke, I was like, I bet you guys are going to wish I went first. Really awkward.
That's awesome.
That's probably my best memory of September 11th, 2001. The little zinger right there.
I don't have very good ones on that day. Alright, well, I feel like I have to go and start getting ready for work. And
Yeah, maybe get a Tide pen and and start scrubbing your furniture.
start scrubbing the poop stamps. off of things.
Jen's gonna go to work today. They're gonna be like, Jen, are you going to an Indian wedding? What's this bindi on your forehead? I woke me up this morning.
You guys are fucking champions.
Bob says, I just left a poop stain on Dean's leg.
I love you, poop stains.
I love you guys.
See you
All right,
next
love you
week.
Next week or next month or I don't know. All
We'll
right.
do it next week.
So we'll do it next week. Okay. Bye.
All right.
Yes,
I love you.
Bye.